You're watching 48 Fastcast.
Welcome in, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining us for our 48 Fastcast today. Really not too bad of a start this morning. We are expecting storm showers later. I'm going to stop talking and toss it over.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is looking like a great start to the day. Those storms potentially, of course, coming in our area, but after that, it looks like a great week ahead.
Yes, cold front, the trigger for the rain and storms that we're expecting for this afternoon and evening. The benefit of that cold front, though, that starts to settle in by tomorrow afternoon, and I really think you're going to notice the humidity falling off as we go through the day on Thursday. Now, I'm not saying we've got high temperatures in the lower 80s. That's just not going to happen. We still have a lot of 90s on your 10-day forecast. I'm just telling you it's going to feel a little bit better when you are out in those upper 80s to low 90s. So starting off this morning, maybe some patchy fog. It's not terribly dense. A few of you could be running into some sprinkles. Had a little storm just push through the Gadsden area and kind of blew up quickly, maybe just some heavy rain. We were tracking storms in Mississippi and West Tennessee. Well, they're moving into the more stable air over parts of northwest Alabama, and that's why those showers are starting to fizzle. So most of you going through the morning quiet and dry. Now, as we heat up this afternoon with the high humidity, we are forecasting the potential for scattered to numerous, strong to maybe even marginally severe storms. Biggest concern today will be damaging wind gusts, but not to be overlooked, heavy rainfall leading to potential flooding, as well as frequent cloud ground lightning.
This is your 48 First Alert Road Report, sponsored by Bankston Motorhomes.
And BB traffic time as we continue to track the construction taking place on 65 from Decatur to Lake, and that will slow you down 65 north. But other issues this morning, Greenbrier headed over to County Line Road. That's going to slow you down, typical 565 traffic. But in and around Huntsville right now, this is great. It looks really good. Coming down or up the Parkway, no problems. 53 looks good. Both going over Chapman Mountain and Montesano, clear right now. And your drive times, the only real slowdown is Athens to Huntsville. Takes you about 36 minutes.
Well, if you're heading out of town for the holiday weekend, you won't have to deal with any lane closures on the interstate. The Alabama Department of Transportation has announced that it is temporarily suspending them. Now, the pause will be from noon on July 3rd through the night of July 6th.
And new details this morning on the arrest of a Danville man after shots were fired into a home. Now, we're learning that a woman and her 2 children were inside that home when this happened. Investigators believe Zachary Jones shot into a house on Boys Ranch Road Sunday. When deputies arrived, they noticed Jones smelled of alcohol. According to our media partners at the Decatur Daily, Jones claimed he was shooting at a tractor in his backyard. Some of those bullets did hit the outside of the house, and Jones was arrested and charged with shooting into an occupied building.
All new this morning, authorities have arrested a Russellville man after finding several glass jars filled with meth at his home. Bernard Finizzi was arrested after drug agents searched his house on Timberline Drive last week. Authorities found drugs stored in glass jars throughout the yard. Deputies also claim he hollowed out a piece of firewood to store narcotics. He is charged with drug trafficking, attempting to elude, and drug possession. Well, some strict new regulations on hemp products in Alabama have gone into effect. Smokable hemp products will not be available anywhere legally in the state. There are also new limits on the amount of hemp-derived THC that can be in other hemp products. If you're caught with one of these, you could be charged with a felony. Yesterday, a judge declined to put a temporary hold on the law. Well, there are several other Alabama laws taking effect today. One of the new laws ends the temporary exemption on overtime wages from state income tax. The Paid Parental Leave Act also goes into effect. Teachers and state employees are now able to take up to 8 weeks of paid leave for the birth of their child.
The sacrifice that a Huntsville police officer made in the line of duty is being honored. National nonprofit Saving a Hero's Place has delivered a special honor chair to pay tribute to Officer Garrett Crumby. He, along with Officer Albert Morin, were shot while responding to a domestic violence call at the Governor's Place Apartments in 2023. Now, Crumby was killed and Morin was badly injured. The chair will remain in the West Precinct to honor Officer Crumby's memory.
Well, still to come, Huntsville Hospital has made some big security upgrades. How they're working to keep both staff and patients safe ahead.
Welcome back. For the past 3 years, Huntsville hospital security leaders have been looking at the best ways to keep patients and staff members safe.
Yeah, to do this, the hospital has invested in different kinds of security technology, and its facial recognition and license plate detection software was just recently upgraded. The technology helps authorities catch people who are breaking into cars on hospital grounds. They were also able to use license plate recognition technology to identify certain suspects. Now, Huntsville Hospital has more than 1,800 cameras with AI facial recognition technology. This helps security officers track who is coming and going. Huntsville Hospital's Security Technologies Manager Zach Sledge says the new measures have already created a safer environment for both patients and employees.
Because at the end of the day, we want to be more proactive than reactive with anything we do, and that's where the technology really helps us. We don't have to physically see it with our own eyes to catch it anymore. The computers will catch it for us, hopefully with enough time that we can get a physical human on site to deal with the issue.
And late last month, kiosks were installed at the main hospital campus, as well as the Women and Children's Hospital and Madison Hospital. Those kiosks also help hospital officers monitor who is coming in and out.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Eric Burke.
All right, good Tuesday morning once again. Tracking a little bit of rainfall to our northwest. We've got a little cluster of showers and storms down there in the parts of Blount and Etowah County. Should miss us and just push off to the east. And we're expecting a dry morning here. Temperatures will warm up pretty quickly here. High temperatures will be in the mid 80s, but it's going to feel like mid to upper 90s. So another hot, humid day. It is July 1st after all. And a cold front comes in. That brings us that good chance of rain showers and storms through the afternoon and evening. Some storms can be stronger, but look at this. We're forecasting 4 consecutive days, maybe even 5, with no chance of rain and storms. And that just happens to line up with your 4th of July Friday, as well as Saturday and Sunday. Now, temperatures will still be on the warm side, hot even in the low to mid 90s, but without the oppressive heat and humidity, you could actually be outside for a little bit longer before you start to get too hot, but really couldn't ask for better timing for a summer cold front to come in. Just be on the lookout for those strong to maybe even marginally severe storms as we go through this afternoon and evening.
All right, things looking really good leading up to the holidays. So
Can't ask for a better time.
Yeah, definitely happy about that. All right, thanks so much for tuning in to the Fastcast. Make sure you come back for Tennessee Value Living as well as our show at noon. We'll see you later.